911, what's your emergency?
Sometimes, these are the last words a victim will ever hear. Today, we're counting down the top 5 disturbing 911 calls, paired with the real, chilling crimes behind them. And don't go anywhere, because number 1 is so devastating, it was played in court as the final, horrific proof of what it sounds like when a life is taken. Number 5, the abduction of Denise Amber Lee. On January 17, 2008, Denise Amber Lee, a 21-year-old mother of 2, was abducted from her Florida home by Michael King, a man she'd never met. King forced her into his car, drove her to his house, and there, he brutally raped and tortured her for hours. At one point, King left her alone long enough for Denise to grab his cell phone and dial 911.
Hello? What's up? What's up? I just want to see my family. Hello? I just want to see my family. Hello? Hello? I just want to see my family again. Hello?
She repeats, please, 17 times, using the call to beg for help while feeding the dispatcher clues, all while pretending to talk to her captor. Witnesses later reported seeing Denise screaming for help out of King's car window. But no one intervened. Later that night, King shot her execution style and buried her in a shallow grave, just miles from her home. Michael King was convicted of kidnapping, rape, and murder, and sits on death row to this day. Number 4, the Ohio kidnap victim's whispered call. In 2016, in Ashland, Ohio, a woman wakes up chained to a bed, in a filthy, boarded-up house. Her captor is Sean Great, a serial killer who confessed to murdering at least 5 women. With Great sleeping beside her, she found his phone and whispered to 911.
I've been exhausted.
Does he have a weapon?
He's got a taser.
Is there any way you can get out of the building?
I don't know without waking him, and I'm scared.
The fear in her voice is palpable. She knew if he woke up, she'd be the next body rotting in that house. When police raided the scene, they found 2 dead women inside, both in advanced stages of decomposition, one under a pile of clothes. Great later confessed to luring vulnerable women with kindness before raping, strangling, and stabbing them. He was convicted of multiple murders and sentenced to death, awaiting execution. Number 3, the University of Idaho quadruple murder call. On November 13, 2022, a quiet house in Moscow, Idaho became the site of a massacre. 4 students, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernadel, and Ethan Chapin, were stabbed to death with a large, military-style knife. Their bodies were discovered hours later by surviving roommates, who called 911 in an absolute panic.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something's happening in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
Okay.
What made this scene so disturbing? Xana, one of the victims, is believed to have fought back, sustaining defensive wounds, suggesting she watched her friends die before her turn came. Brian Koberger was later arrested and charged, with DNA linking him to the crime. He awaits trial, but the savagery of the murders, all committed while the victims slept, remains one of the most horrifying cases in recent memory. If you think this is disturbing, stick around, because number 1 is the sound of death itself. A man's last scream, before everything goes silent. Number 2. Paul, Weepy-Voiced killer, Stephani. Between 1980 and 1982, Paul Stephani brutally attacked women in Minnesota, but unlike most serial killers, he'd call 911 after each crime, crying like a child.
Fire emergency.
Please don't talk, just listen. I'm sorry I killed that girl. I stabbed her 40 times. Kimberly Compton was the first Oh my God. I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm sick. I'm gonna kill myself, I think.
Where are you?
I'm just gonna, if somebody dies with a red shirt on, it's me. I killed both of you. I'm sorry. I'll never make it to heaven.
His crimes were horrific. One victim was stabbed over 40 times with a screwdriver. Another was beaten with a car jack handle. Despite his sobbing confessions, Stephani didn't stop. He was only caught after a failed attempt where a victim survived and identified him. He was convicted and sentenced to 40 years, dying of cancer in 1998. His weepy voice, layered over savage crimes, earned him a place in serial killer infamy. Number 1. Kevin Cosgrove's 9/11 Call, 2001. September 11, 2001. Kevin Cosgrove, an insurance executive, is trapped on the 105th floor of the South Tower after the plane hit. He calls 911, his voice urgent but composed.
Smoke, you there, 105, 2 power. Alright, 2 power, we'll get to you as soon as we can. There's some staying up at the smoke unit there, man. That's all we can do. Very nice, where you guys up to? We're getting there. Doesn't feel like it, man. I got one too. I understand that, sir. We're on the way.
You can hear the desperation, the acceptance that time is running out. Suddenly, a low rumble grows louder. Then screams. Then silence. Cosgrove's call is cut off mid-sentence as the tower collapses, killing him instantly. His last words, "We're not ready to die," echoed in court during the trials related to 9/11. It's the most horrifying kind of call, not just a plea for help, but a front-row seat to imminent death. These calls are the echoes of lives either lost or barely saved. Which of these 911 calls disturbed you the most? Tell me in the comments, and if you stayed through the whole video, comment, "I stayed haunted." Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. For more chilling countdowns from Ghost Milk, where every video is a trip into the dark side of reality. Stay safe. Stay haunted.